Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the lucky number 13, season 2 episode of Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy. And the name of this episode is 2020 Strikes Again. You heard it.
Wait, here's my shocked face.
Exactly.
Now, we hope that you're watching this on Facebook, which would be from our YouTube channel, because this episode in particular, you're going to want to watch because we're gonna focus on the hurricane that was Laura. And we're going to showcase some pictures of our area.
Yeah.
And just show you what Laura did. Laura came in with a vengeance. Laura was pissed off.
She came in very hot.
She was
a B word. She had a very tight eye, and so I knew that she was looking straight at us.
A very tight eye.
She did. She was looking straight at us.
That girl got one tight eye.
You know, we had
I'm telling the truth.
We had one before Laura that was
Nick
Marco.
Miculus told me.
And I think she got so mad because people kept calling her Polo. She's like, I'm about to show y'all Polo. Because Marco went through here and didn't do anything.
He didn't actually come here, really. Sorry. But, you know, promoting Facebook. So hopefully you guys are going to look at this on Facebook. So we ask a question of the week every week. Last week's question of the week was a little benign because we weren't quite sure what was going to happen with Laura.
Right.
But it was name one thing you said as a parent that you swore that you would never say. And our friend Lisa N is the winner. I just, messaged her. And her answer was, which this is insane, if you play with matches, you'll pee in the bed.
That's what her parents told her?
And that she actually repeated, if you play with matches, you'll pee in the bed.
Wow.
I really want to know the meaning behind that, Lisa. So if you can give us an explanation.
You could explain that one.
It's pretty funny. Lisa's pretty funny, though. She really is. Okay, so side chicks. What is our question of the day, week, year, month?
So if you could put 3 things in your hurricane survival kit that's not electricity or water.
Yeah.
Not like essential, but like 3 things, what would they be? Kathy?
My 3 things would be an air conditioner, like a full house AC, because it's 100.
That's electricity, so that doesn't count.
Electricity.
No, yes,
Give
it does.
me something else.
Well, if I have a generator, I can have if I have a big enough generator, I
She
can
just
have
said
it
other
AC.
than electricity. So
All right, a limitless supply of wine.
We already knew you'd have to have electricity. We already knew this about Kathy. Give me something else.
A limitless supply of wine, a whole bunch of Xanax, and let's see,
You're just gonna sleep.
What
through
other
it?
fun thing is there?
a battery operated something.
So mine would be let's see.
Yours would be a battery operated something.
Well, that
If
I
April
mean,
went there.
I could mean a fan.
yeah. There she goes playing the goody girl again.
I am.
Mine would be a whole lot of wet wipes and towels because I hate to sweat. And you would know a hurricane would come through here during a freaking heat advisory. It is hot here. Very hot. So that's what I would have.
I will
like the
say an
wipes.
AC window unit does not keep up with 102 and 98% humidity.
No.
So what about y'all?
Cards. White Claws. And
Basic.
that's a Saturday night for me. I don't know. Cards and White Claws.
That right there is a
You
true
give me
little,
that, I'm usually pretty happy.
You need one more thing, Katie.
She's
What is
a true
it?
little country girl, man. She's
is.
very minimal.
Probably. Can I say friends?
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
I do
I'll be
too.
there.
I don't like being by myself.
But you weren't there, MK.
I know.
You didn't have any cell reception.
Yeah. So I
None
thought
of us
everybody
did.
hated me and no one cared about me in a hurricane.
And you
I was
literally
texting everybody, who's got power check, and then nothing. And finally, 2 days later, I go into town and 200 messages appear. And I was like, oh.
Did you
they
see the
loved
one
me.
that was like, is MK alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, they think I'm dead. Okay, so in mine would be a portable DVD player, like the one you have as kids.
The old school.
Yeah, because being without like movies or whatever, like watching them on the phone.
You'd have to have batteries. That would have to be your number 2 because it sucked up a lot of batteries.
A lot of batteries, and then
You have to have
vodka.
Yeah.
I was trying
Tequila, vodka.
tequila. Yeah, one of those.
Vodka just gets it done quicker.
Yeah, it's exactly.
True, and it has less calories. Well, you can participate too. So name your 3 hurricane prep kit supplies, and somebody's going to win something.
Something. When places open back up
A
around
date
here.
with Katie.
Y'all are always trying to pimp me out.
Well,
I mean, you're the most pimpable
this
right
is
now.
This is all we
Honestly.
have. You're the only thing Laura did not sweep away. So,
You want to take
You're
me on
here.
a date? Let's go.
all right. So,
Laura swept away the last fiber of hope that I had. Just period.
speaking of Laura, let's we'll start running through a few pictures now as we kind of let's just go quickly through a few stats on what Laura
Well,
bought.
that's actually segment 2.
But we're gonna give them a little synopsis and then we'll get into it in segment 2. How about that?
What kind of? You go ahead then.
No, this is your part. Cue Kathy, please.
No.
So
This is your episode, Shy.
Yes.
Come on, girl.
I'll take over. So when Hurricane Laura came in on August the 26th, just to let anybody that's out of town that's watching this, a lot of these pictures that you're seeing right now.
The 27th.
Okay, 26th, 27th. We started filling her on the 26th,
We
and then
did.
she really got us on the 27th.
You felt her up on the 26th.
I don't-
didn't you?
I don't understand or realize why it seems like every hurricane comes through
At night.
like in the night. You know what I mean?
In
And you
the
end
night.
up staying
In the
up
dark.
all night and watching it.
Yeah.
Like watching the Weather Channel until boom, the Weather Channel
Well,
goes out, then you're freaked out.
And I do want to mention, and I will jump in right now, that we live in central Louisiana, which is about 100 miles inland from the coast. So we typically feel the effects of some strong hurricanes like Katrina and Rita, especially Rita, because we were on the bad side. But the effects of Laura here were felt and continue to be felt up until now.
I know in my lifetime, I have not, and I know people older than me, have not experienced a category 2/3 hurricane in our area, 100 miles or more inland.
Yeah.
So it was felt, and it was felt in a great way. But I mean, some of the pictures that you might be seeing right now are I've put some pictures of some you can't tell, but they're highways, they're roads, because they're full of trees and stuff,
Sure.
and you can't even see it. So what you might think that you just see a tree or something laying down with a bunch of brush, no, that's a road.
Yeah. Well, and what makes central Louisiana beautiful are all of the trees. It's super green, it's super lush, it's kind of tropical-ish if you want to, subtropical. So it's very, very pretty. And it's going to be a long time before those trees are reforested for sure. So when we come back, we're going to give you some more Hurricane Laura stats. We're going to share some more photos, and these are like viewer generated photos. So we didn't, basically stage any of these. These are real photos that people from our area took so that you guys can see outside of this area exactly what the biatch did to us. Some more when we come back.
Hey, you! Yes, you, watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet. Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads. Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
Welcome back. I am half a glass of wine in, but if you guys didn't notice, I had the biggest pour in the whole wide world because that's what happens after a hurricane. And side checks, you do have a signature cocktail to discuss today.
And I took some of theirs.
We do, of course. In honor of Hurricane Laura, we have hurricanes today.
We
Yeah.
have a very Louisiana thing.
What category are they? Right now, I'm feeling about a 4.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm feeling about a 3.
We didn't get any extra shots, so it's a basic.
Yeah.
It's-
Started as a cat
Must be
one.
because I hadn't had one in a while.
So at our job, all So out of the 4 of these people right here, 3 of us work together, and it's not shy. But so
I don't work anymore.
we have gone around and
do, but I
taken
don't.
a lot of photos of some of Hurricane Laura's devastation. And the really super cool thing is we've got about 1,700 people in our area that don't live here. They're from all over, from Puerto Rico, from Orlando, from Tallahassee, from Oklahoma, from
Texas.
Missouri, from
that
Texas.
came to our area to help us.
Absolutely. So they're they're line mechanics, they are
Tree cutters.
they're vegetation specialists, and they're all here to help. So what's really fun is introducing them to the drive-through daiquiri shops that we have around here.
We saw 2 walking through the drive-through daiquiri place when we went get our
And I
bouquet.
wonder if it was the ones that I talked about it to, like the other day. I was like, yeah, y'all can drive. It's like an icy with alcohol. And they were like, wait a second, you drive through and you get alcohol out of the window. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
People bring it to
you.
you.
Can't punch the straw through while you're driving, but
But look, we introduced them to something really super cool. Anyway, Hurricane Laura stat. So that is one stat because we have, I'm sorry, did I say 100? I meant
17,000.
Yeah,
17,000
17,000
people are here from all over
yeah.
the country to help.
I underestimated that. Like some people underestimated
again,
Hurricane Laura.
If they don't have hotels, they might have like those sleeper bed trailers
Yeah.
provided by the city. And if they don't have that, then sleeping in their trucks.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason why a lot of them, I don't know if I'm saying this within the 17,000, is because I met some the other night at El Paso where I work, and they came in. They're actually working like in Lake Charles and areas like that where there is no
They
mankind
can't get
going
to
on
you.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing. There's no place to stay whatsoever unless you drive a camper up in there. But then really you can't really drive on any of the roads in Lake Charles. So they are here, stationed here, sleeping here, and working there.
Which is 2 hours to our south. So Hurricane Laura stats. She was the 5th strongest hurricane on record, period. All right. She struck West Louisiana at sustained winds, mile per hour winds of 154.
That was nuts.
Yep. A 15-foot storm surge. They called it an unsurvivable
I have
storm
never
surge.
seen- When I saw that on the Weather Channel, I was like, "Holy crap! They've really like gone another notch above with a description."
Well,
Yeah.
because do you understand what a
Look at my
15-foot
chill
storm
bumps.
surge
Yeah,
is?
I mean, I
hot
get
down
it.
here.
And she was a Cat 4+. So Category 5 is as big as it gets at this point. So
She was what, 5 miles per hour from being a 5?
Yeah, she was a Cat 4+. That's why they called her that. She was a Category 2, as we said, when she passed over our section of Louisiana, and that basically means like sustained winds of 100 plus miles, or 85 plus miles. 1.5 million people at one point were under evac orders before the storm. So, and that's just in western Louisiana and Texas. More than 910,000 people were without electricity. That's almost 1 million people. Let's see. She had sustained winds of 137 miles, 30 miles inland. So she was still
She was
Going
still
strong.
super
Super angry.
strong when she got on land.
I'm just
Twitter
gonna,
said that she was 6 Trulies deep and ready to tear shit up.
and I think she probably had taken some Midol too. I think she was on her period. She was
Yeah.
super angry.
She was very bloated.
To us.
It does happen to us. Early estimates of damages, and this is super early, is 25 to 30 billion dollars worth of damage. And just by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there are count them, 2 more weeks of peak hurricane season left in 2020.
Wow. So out of all of us, I mean, we all kind of received a little bit of damage to our places, especially all of us without electricity. But Kathy actually had a tree, which like so many. I mean, you
I have-
drive around here
They're
and there's
all
trees
unrooted.
and houses.
I mean, it's like the all underground of it.
It's
just
unbelievable.
up. I've never.
I
seen
had
so
one
many.
tree in my front yard. One.
and it fell over on her house. It was a huge tree. You
can
I
see
don't
the
even know
picture.
how your roof held that tree. It's
don't
pretty
either.
amazing.
I
But
guess
when I called
houses-
to check on her the next morning and she says, "Oh yeah, a tree fell on my house." I'm like, "What?" What is, and then she showed me pictures of the, I mean, it's, so there are a lot of people, including Kathy, that have damage that is going to, who are you calling?
I am calling
2021.
No. I'm going backwards, man. I'm going back to 1987.
Such a specific year.
Going back to the freaking future.
Did we not have a hurricane in 87?
No, we did not. I mean,
2018 was a good year for me.
know?
I can't go back there.
no.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
Katie, you can't because maybe Shy could be your mom.
I could. Oh, and we bring that up. We're going to bring that up every episode.
Every
Yes, I
episode.
am.
Check 3 episodes back. You'll see what we're talking about.
That was Hurricane Shy. That was in her time.
I was the only hurricane.
She got a
back
lot of
then.
guys.
She was a strong one too.
Only to end up with a woman.
I just want to let y'all know that my Urban Dictionary word of the day was appropriate to the time, but not appropriate for the show. So I'm going to go ahead and let Katie take over with the Urban Dictionary word of the day.
Yeah, it really doesn't pertain to.
It doesn't, but it doesn't
have.
have to. It shouldn't. Let's.
But the
Gotta
word
move on.
is simp. And I mentioned this word earlier in the week, and Kathy was like, "What
I
the
don't
hell
know
are
what
you
that
talking
is.
about?" And so then I had to explain to her that a simp is So if you're a simp for someone,
You know what it
And-
sounds? It sounds like a gimp.
It's
Yeah.
not. It sounds like simple to me. Like I thought, like
Yeah.
oh, you're just simple or basic, and
You're
she was
so
like,
simp.
no, and I was like, oh, well, that would make sense
I never
because
say it
simp.
like
It's like
You know what it
no
also
E.
reminds me of? It reminds me of eunuch, like somebody that has something cut off.
Finish telling me what is it?
if you are a simp for someone, you're like you have kind of you're not obsessed, but you're gonna drop everything.
Oh, wait a
for
second.
this
It's like
person.
you were with April.
You're kind
Pretty
of
much.
like
It's like Laura was
hardcore
with us.
going after this person. You've kind of gone stupid for this person. You're
Wait,
really
yeah.
in deep.
Laura went
And
stupid for
They
us.
have
Simp.
the control.
came after
and you
us.
are a simp for them.
Wow. Nice. All right. Well,
Our girlfriend tip of the day is buy a generator, like a big one.
and gas
everybody here.
before because the lines will
And
be.
get your ice chest full of your alcohol beverage of preference.
but ice also because you're gonna run out.
If you got a big generator, man, you don't need anything else. If you know what I mean.
Generac, here I come. So
size matters.
I'm just talking about the size of the generator, man.
I hope you enjoyed some of these photos that we have scrolled through during this episode. Please tell your friends about our podcast, get them on board, and we'll continue to run a few pictures through even after our episode, and we'll post them on our Facebook page because we appreciate everybody that has shared their pictures
I'm
with
going to
us.
set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah, share your pictures. If y'all have pictures, share them
Yeah,
and
please.
comment them so that we can.
We
see
want the
them
whole world to see
everything.
what happened here.
Exactly.
Because there are some areas that are still not declared a disaster.
We are now. Did you?
Finally.
Yeah,
But there are still some areas that need that declaration. You know what I mean?
it's going to happen.
And I mean,
Never
for-
fear. The government always comes through.
Hopefully. But anyway, so check out our Facebook if you're not already. Find us on your podcast, wherever you listen to your
Okay,
podcast.
Spotify and Apple.
Well, see, since I screw that up every time,
YouTube and
find us wherever you
Castbox.
listen to your podcast.
subscribe.
And you know what? Even if the government doesn't always come through,
Drink more hurricanes.
stay
Yes.
girlfriends.